MaximumFusionGroup.com.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 1063. The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 1063.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
This is the Inter Miami pregame show, live from the ESPN West Palm studios. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Playing it forward. Messi got behind the defense. Messi with a left-footed chip. It's a brace. Hagen never stood a chance. Lionel Messi's always going to finish that. This is an absolute rout. A perfect ball from the middle. Messi goes route one, and Messi is on a goal-scoring tear. Lionel Messi, his second beautiful left-footed finish. 3-0 Inter Miami. This is dominance in Fort Lauderdale in the 24th minute. How do you not love this? Incredible.
We heard the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, all year long on the call for Lionel Messi and his golden boot season. Welcome on in, folks, to your Inter Miami pregame show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. Well, it's simple. The task at hand is simple. Win two, and you're on to the next round. Inter Miami facing off against Nashville in the first round of the MLS playoffs. It's best 2 out of 3. And for everybody listening that maybe isn't in the know on world football and Inter Miami and Lionel Messi, I'm going to put it in baseball terms. Think of the wild card round, folks. Think of the wild card round. Think of a team that has to win 2 out of 3. There's no aggregate. There's no, if we win the first game 7-0, it's going to carry on over to the second game. That's not how this works. It's win 2 and you advance. And Inter Miami is playing a team in Nashville that they saw recently. They saw as recently this past Saturday. Inter Miami battered Nashville 5-2 in the fixture. Inter Miami scoring 4 unanswered goals in the second half, and Lionel Messi having his first hat trick of the season coming in the final regular season game. Are we going to see more hat tricks from Lionel Messi and Messi Mania as we continue here on our Inter Miami radio network and playoff coverage? This is bonus coverage, folks. This is why we play all the games. This is why you work your tail off on the MLS table all year long for a chance to play in the playoffs. So a couple of things to get out there. Inter Miami, the 3rd overall seed, FC Cincinnati and Philadelphia Union, those are the only 2 teams within the entire MLS as a whole that ended up with a better year than Inter Miami. If you flip things on over to the Western Conference side, the top team was San Diego with their 63 points on the table. So theoretically, if Inter Miami played in the Western Conference, they would have been the number 1 overall seed. The reason I bring this up is, fingers crossed, knock on wood, make the sign of the cross. If Inter Miami makes the MLS Cup Finals, they will have home field within the fixtures. But the task at hand is to handle business against a pretty good Nashville side led by Sam Surridge. Sam Surridge certainly was active in that game against Inter Miami the first time around. He scored in that first half where Inter Miami actually found themselves down 2-1 at halftime this past Saturday. But I mentioned those 4 unanswered goals, and the hat trick by Lionel Messi proved to be way too much. Now, in a few moments, we're going to send it to timeout because when we come back, we're going to be hearing the tribute to Lionel Messi for winning the Golden Boot this year. And if you live under a rock, I do want to remind everybody that Lionel Messi signed all the way through 2028. Pen to paper, Lionel Messi is going to be an Inter Miami Heron until 2028. Huge week, monumental week for an amazing organization like Inter Miami, securing Lionel Messi for years to come. And opening up the MLS playoffs. This is the first game within the first round. It's the first game within the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs. The wild card round happened this past Wednesday, where Portland defeated Real Salt Lake and Chicago defeated our bitter rival, Orlando City. And as cruel as world football is sometimes, going into Saturday, there is a chance that Orlando City could have finished as high as 6th on that MLS table, but they stubbed their toe, ended up being the final team in the MLS Cup playoffs. They lost to Chicago on the road 3-1. But the task at hand tonight is Nashville for our Inter Miami Herons. Now, I did want to play a couple of goals from Lionel Messi's magical year. 29 goals scored within the league. I told you, man, Ken LaVicka was on a tear this year, calling Lionel Messi goals and calling Inter Miami games. Let's take a listen to some of the best.
There's the whistle. Messi approaches, left foot, low ball scored inside the far post. It was inevitable. Messi picked his spot. He put pace on it, and he beats Willis, who sprawled to the right, but his fate was sealed. It is goal number 15 on the year for Lionel Messi. He is one off the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer, and he keeps on pouring in goals. It's his 9th goal in his last 5.
And Messi had a lot more runs to what Ken just described. He had, at that moment in time on the MLS table in the season, he had 9 goals in 5 games. And more often than not, Inter Miami was about 3 or 4 games off of teams on the games played schedule. So there were guys, the Sam Surges of the world, of Nashville, the Buangas of the world, of LAFC. They had about 3 games in hand at times on Inter Miami, and Messi was still on track to be the Golden Boot winner. Let's hear one more before we take a timeout here on your Inter Miami radio network.
Left attacking third outside the upper right. Messi, right of the box. Messi, right foot goal. Messi with the steal, and he did it himself. The brace man able to score. He leads the Golden Boot race. 24 on the season. It's an annihilation in the Big Apple. Inter Miami 4, NYCFC 0. Inter Miami bringing the hammer down at Citi Field.
4-0 was the final score against NYCFC that night. That night also a big night for Inter because it secured their playoff spot. Inter Miami winning in New York for the first time ever in the history of the program, of the team, and it was in tremendous fashion. The brace man, as Ken LaVicka called him. Let's take a timeout on our Inter Miami radio network. We're going to do something a little unorthodox when we come back. We're actually going to throw it to Ken LaVicka a little early because we want to make sure you guys are present on the air and on the stream wherever you're listening worldwide. If it's on the YouTube stream at ESPN West Palm, if it's on the ESPN South Florida app, if it's over the radio waves, we want to make sure you hear Inter Miami honoring Lionel Messi getting his Golden Boot. Ken LaVicka will be doing the translations. Actually, looking forward to that, folks. Ken LaVicka will be doing the translations. No, we trust our guy. He married into a Spanish-speaking family. We can trust Ken, right? Good news is he's got the OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, to his right, who speaks fluent Spanish if he gets in a little trouble. But we're going to go to timeout. We'll hear from Ken next. He'll set the scene up for Lionel Messi. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117. or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Miami Heat. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Mas Plus by Messi is hydration plus more. A beverage like no other, made to give everyone an extra boost of positivity and inspiration every day. Created by Lil Messi, Mas Plus delivers a balanced blend of electrolytes with natural flavors, no artificial sweeteners or colors, no caffeine, and only 1 gram of cane sugar, plus vitamins with no compromise on quality ingredients. Floridians can purchase Mas Plus by Messi at key retailers across Florida or online at masbymessi.com.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Not all moves reflect your lifestyle. At Safebound Luxury, we provide white glove services tailored for high-end homes, fine art, and designer furnishings. Our expert team ensures every piece is packed, transported, and placed with precision and care. If you're relocating a residence that deserves more than a basic move, schedule your private consultation today at safeboundluxury.com to experience the difference. This isn't just a move. This is the art of moving.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Was half a leg length from being 2-0. Now Inter Miami on the move. Allende, good low cross. Guzan had to dive to tip it away in the box. And Atlanta United's able to send it away from trouble, from danger. But now a steal. Messi, left foot, in on Guzan, tips it up and over. It's a goal! Lionel Messi has scored and drawn us level 1-1. The steal for Messi and the world-class finish over Guzan. This match a complete 180. Inter Miami thought it was down 2-0 in the opening 20 minutes, and instead Lionel Messi with a bit of mastery.
This is Messi's first goal of the MLS season, coming all the way back against Atlanta United. A turnover gone right for Leo, who ended up chipping longtime goalkeeper Guzan for Atlanta United. But we are celebrating Lionel Messi tonight. We are about to be honoring the great one as he is winner of the Golden Boot this year. And in my honest opinion, I think Ken will even tell you, he's going to win the MLS MVP. He's going to be the first ever player to win back-to-back MLS MVPs. It's just only a matter of time. But we are about a couple minutes away from going pitch side to Ken, who's going to be able to explain exactly what is going on with the Lionel Messi honoree. How about that? The Lionel Messi honoree of him winning the Golden Boot. So they're going to be honoring Leo coming up here in a few moments. But I do want to give you guys these starting 11s for Inter Miami tonight. I don't think I had to answer the question, is Messi playing? Of course Messi is playing. A couple of interesting things for Coach Mascherano as he tactically is going to go with a 4-2-3-1. A 4-4-2. A 4-4-2. 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 2 strikers up top. Let's start with your defenders. Alba, Allen, Falcone, Frey. Midfielders, Rodriguez, Busquets, DePaul, and Allende. 2 strikers up top, Messi and Suarez. But it is time to send it pitch side to our good buddy Ken LaVicka. And Ken, I think they're turning the lights down low.
It is celebratory. It looks like we're about to honor Lionel Messi, and Mike appreciate it. We'll go back to Mike Rizzo as the pregame rolls on, and we get set for Game 1, Round 1. Inter Miami, the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, taking on familiar foe because, well, they played 6 days ago, Nashville SC. The countdown is on, and Lionel Messi will be honored for his Golden Boot win. 29 goals in the 2025 campaign, and Mike said it, he is assuredly going to win the Landon Donovan MLS Most Valuable Player Award once again. Will it be unanimous? That's going to be a tall task, but if there's any player who is ever going to win that award unanimously for the only time in club history, it certainly would be Lionel Messi. Messi, by the way, you know it by now, he has decided he is in all likelihood going to end his professional career here in South Florida with Inter Miami. Made official yesterday. Messi has signed on with the club through 2028. An incredible accomplishment for the Moss brothers as well as David Beckham, who, as I look for my broadcast perch here at Chase Stadium, I see him. I also see Jorge Mas roaming the touchline right now. They're about to head to midfield, and Lionel Messi will join them. But Inter Miami getting set for this playoff tangle with Nashville. But first things first, honoring Lionel Messi, and arguably the finest performance of his illustrious Inter Miami career. Maybe a top 10 performance in his entire career. Now, I know that that might be a bit of recency bias, perhaps some hyperbole, because he is the greatest of all time. And certainly at Barcelona, you couldn't pick an individual performance that you love best, but the 3 goals and another assist and ending the year with 48 goal contributions, it does not bid any better than that. And Lionel Messi finally with the hat trick that he has been avoiding for the better part of the season. And now Don Garber, the commissioner of Major League Soccer, to an array of boos, comes out to the pitch about 10 yards from the near touchline. And he has the Golden Boot trophy that he will be awarding to Lionel Messi.
Damas y caballeros, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the field to receive his 2025 MLS Golden Boot, presented by Audi, our captain, nuestro capitán, directamente de Rosario, Argentina, number 10, Lionel Messi.
Messi has walked out alongside Don Garber. They take photos with the Golden Boot trophy, a standing ovation here at Chase Stadium. Crowd still filling in to honor Lionel Messi, who hoists the Golden Boot trophy into the sky. He poses with the hardware one more time. He will jog off as he prepares to lead his team out on to the pitch. So, no words from Lionel Messi. That says it all. The sparkling, the Golden Boot trophy to Lionel Messi. His 29 tallies in 2025, and almost all of them defied explanation. Let's go back to our network studios in West Palm Beach. In fact, let's go ahead and take a break, and then we'll hear from Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Inter Miami, Nashville SC, Game 1, Round 1 in mere moments. This is Inter Miami football.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
We are moments away from sending things pitch side to Ken LaVicka. Welcome on back to your Inter Miami pregame show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Folks, visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive that brand new and beautiful Q6 e-tron today. Pulling that a lot in South Florida in style with the Q6 e-tron. I mentioned Inter Miami and Nashville, the first game of the MLS first round, opening night of the first round in the MLS, the only game tonight. Let's quickly get you your starting 11s once again for Inter Miami 4-4-2. It's going to be Alba, Falcone, Allen, Frey. Your midfielders is Rodriguez, DePaul, Busquets and Allende, and two strikers, a dual strike partnership up top in Suarez and Messi. For Nashville, you got Joe Willis in goal. Nahar, Zimmerman, Palacios, and Lovitz, the back line. 4-3-3 for Nashville. The only difference on that back line this time around is Palacios. Palacios getting the start. He was not in the starting lineup in the 11s last game. In the midfield, Acosta, Tegseth, and Yazbek. Acosta, the lone change. He was not in the starting lineup. So Nashville trying two different players in that starting lineup. But up top, it's the same. Mukhtar, Surridge, and Scheffelberg. Mukhtar, Surridge, and Scheffelberg. Mukhtar was all over the place in that first half where Nashville took a 2-1 lead into the break. But Surridge and Scheffelberg, the two scorers in that game, scoring both goals. The national anthem is wrapped up. Let's actually throw things pitch side to Ken LaVicka right now. He is going to take you through the first half and the Inter Miami journey of the first round. Ken, take it away.
Mr. Rizzo, appreciate it, and boy, is it a special night here in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. Lionel Messi honored for his mastery in 2025. He did it all, 48 goal contributions, but 29 of those found the back of the net. The Golden Boot winner, leaving no doubt with his hat trick against this same Nashville SC side on Saturday on the road, and now everything shifts here to South Florida. This will be the third appearance between these two sides, Inter Miami, Nashville SC. Inter Miami won both in the regular season, 2-1 July 12th here at Chase Field, and then, of course, that 5-2 result in the Music City. Inter Miami, in fact, is 9 straight unbeaten against Nashville SC. Going all the way back to 2023, they have faced each other in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, in the U.S. Opens Cup, of course, the Leagues Cup. And so now they will meet for the first time in the MLS Cup playoff. It is extremely difficult to stay unbeaten against a side 10 straight times. Can Inter Miami do it and get a leg up in this best of 3 tonight? We are about to find out. The referee is Filip Dujic. He is a familiar name. He has had many of Inter Miami's matches this season. The crowd continuing to fill in. We are expecting capacity sell up, but you know how it is in South Florida. Late arriving. That is our personality down here. At kickoff, Inter Miami and Nashville SC will arguably, other than the Leagues Cup final, take part in their most consequential game of the 17 times, about to be 17 times that they're going to meet. Inter Miami head to toe in pink, black lettering and numbering. Nashville SC
in their yellow tops, blue shorts, blue lettering, numbering, and yellow trim down the side of the shorts. Mike Rizzo gave you the starting 11. We'll go through those in just a moment. We're about to get the game opening whistle from Filip Dujic. He waits for the Apple TV broadcast to get itself back from break. Dujic puts his hand to his ear. He has the earpiece, just awaiting the go-ahead alongside Oscar Gonzalez, the OG chief engineer. I'm Ken LaVicka. And postseason football is about to start in South Florida. Thumbs up from Dujic. He is going to put the whistle to his mouth as Luis Suarez waits patiently to get this match kicked off. Again, the 17th meeting all-time between these two sides. There's the opening whistle. We are underway in the 2025 MLS Cup playoffs. It is round one. It is game one of the best of three. Inter Miami right to left and already surging into the left attacking third. Right of the box is Ian Frey, trying to keep his footing around a defender. Wanted to try and traverse past the left back Dan Levitz, but nothing doing. And it goes across the right end line. It'll be a goal kick for Joe Willis, the goalkeeper, who is sporting green tonight. Rocco Rios Novo in the opposite goal for Inter Miami. He is in baby blue, and he is making his fourth straight start. Inter Miami in the regular season, 81 goals. That was first by a long ways in Major League Soccer. Nashville, 58 goals for. That was 8th in the league, and an early foul against Nashville as Ian Frey goes to ground. And Inter Miami in its right defensive half will take its time. Inter Miami 19 wins in the regular year, 7 defeats, 8 draws, 65 points. Third in the East on the wrong end of a tiebreaker to FC Cincinnati. Inter Miami finishes 1 point back of the Supporters' Shield. A giveaway in the midfield to Nashville, and then a foul is called on Rodrigo de Paul as he caught the ankles of Andy Nahar, who is surging off the inside right channel about 40 yards away from goal. Now Nahar, who has recovered from his injury, sends it right of the box. Nashville in the right attacking third for the very first time. Schaufelberg, he had a pass taken away by Baltasar Rodriguez. Inter Miami on the push in the defensive midfield. This is Lionel Messi now into the attacking half. Outside left channel, left of the box. This is Rodriguez in the left attacking third. Good ball to the middle channel for Messi, a bit too heavy on the touch, then he's ripped to the ground, and it's going to be a free kick for Inter Miami right off the jump. This will come from about 32 yards away. It was Mukhtar who grabbed Messi by the right arm, who was spun down to this natural surface, and a set piece for Inter Miami. We are 2.5 minutes in, 0-0, Inter Miami and Nashville SC. This is the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs. DePaul and Messi stand over it. DePaul to the left side of the ball, Messi to the right to try and maximize his left foot. This is a straight-on free kick attempt from just about 32 yards out. The wall builds at the top border of the box. The immediate wall is just to the left of the penalty D. It's a 3-man wall for Nashville. Dujic trying to sort out the traffic in front. Inter Miami 440 free kicks on the year. That 11th fewest in Major League Soccer. The referee is ready, blows his whistle. Messi with his free kick attempt. It goes off of the wall. It bounds over the goal, and it's going to be across the end line for an Inter Miami corner. Their first of the night and the first of the match. Brought to you by Lotto Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. As the crowd rises, and Messi from the far side will send a short corner. Now right of the box. A ball sent to the right channel. This is DePaul. Now Alba scoops the ball to the right box, but nobody home. And it takes one hop and across the right end line for a goal kick. Well, there certainly are storylines here tonight, and we're certainly not trying to put this into the universe, but could very well be, depending on how tonight goes. We'll know by the end of the night if Jordi Alba and Sergio Busquets are playing their final match at home in an Inter Miami shirt. Boy, bodies falling everywhere in the midfield off a long ball sent forward. Busquets hit the deck about 20 yards off the play. And then you had Schoppelberg for Nashville SC. He hit the turf, and the ball just simply sailed across the near end line, right side of the pitch in Inter Miami with a throw-in. That was bizarre. Just past 4.5 minutes expired. Inter Miami and Nashville 0-0. Busquets at the center point of the right defensive half. Floats the ball to the far side. Left attacking half. That was a great ball for Frey. Frey then falls down amidst two defenders, and he scoops the ball out of play. Unable to keep the handle with his right foot, and a quick throw in for Nashville as they try and play out of the back with Andy Nahar. Nahar wanted to try and hit Inter Miami with a long ball, but that was well past Schoppelberg, who's been active here at the onset. Schoppelberg scored right before the half against Inter Miami on Saturday. It was a 2-1 lead for Nashville, and then Lionel Messi and Inter Miami awarded a penalty, and the entire match changed after that, and Inter Miami ended up dominating the second 45 and rocked to the 5-2 win. Inter Miami going to work in its right defensive half. Allen sends a ball with a left foot all the way into the left attacking third. Rodriguez was trying to make a run. That was covered well, though, by Nashville. Stride for stride with him was Patrick Yazbek. Nashville only 5 road wins in the regular season. 9 defeats, the second most road losses of any remaining playoff team in Major League Soccer coming into tonight. The only other team that made the postseason that had more, Real Salt Lake. Inter Miami in business, left attacking half. Messi received the ball about 40 yards away and then thought that Suarez was going to make a diagonal run onto it. Instead, it was a vertical run, and it rolled right onto Willis. The whistle blew. I believe the flag was up. It was an offside. Messi was just a step offside as he looked in exasperation at the referee with the flag on the far side. Nearing 7 minutes gone. Inter Miami, Nashville 0-0. Inter Miami 9 straight unbeaten against Nashville. Here's Nahar. Just past the midfield stripe in the right attacking half for Nashville. Now to the top of the midfield circle. Acosta sprays it to the left-hand side. Maintaining possession is Nashville. And now Acosta will go far side to near side with the ball about 5 yards outside the upper right of the box. Nahar tried to feed a ball into the area. That was read well by Busquets of Inter Miami, but Inter Miami fails to clear. But Nashville is going to bang the ball out of play from the middle channel. Making a run for it was Schoppelberg, but too heavy on that attempt to put Nashville back out of the attack, and rolls across the right end line, about 10 yards to the left of the near flag. And Rios Novo is going to roll the ball on to Noah Allen on the elbow of the 6-yard box, right side. And Rios Novo has it returned by Allen, and he'll blast it into the defensive midfield. Possession briefly won by Nashville. Busquets able to control it just outside his box, and he'll left-foot it onto Rios Novo, who skies it into what is a pretty robust wind, 15 miles an hour, coming out of the northeast. It is downright cool by South Florida standards this time of year. And Oscar Gonzalez and I not complaining. It's nice not to be sweating profusely at this point. 8:17, 8:18, 8:19 on this first half clock. Inter Miami and Nashville SC. Ian Frey for Inter Miami in the defensive midfield far side. Right to left in the attack are the men in pink. Out of South Florida here on this Friday night, and we're glad you're with us here on the Inter Miami Radio Network. Noah Allen goes near side to far side, stops just to the left of the defensive midfield circle, and now Inter Miami will meander its way into the left attacking half briefly. Nashville doing well in the defensive shape. Inter Miami doesn't have any avenues to try and push it into the attacking half, having to stay disciplined in possession. Now DePaul in the midfield circle, and he'll curl a ball to the far side. Still in the defensive half. Messi delivers a ball to the left side, wanted Alba. The wind knocked that down a bit outside the upper left. That allowed Nahar to get a head on it and play it back to the goalkeeper for Nashville, Joe Willis. A special hello to everybody listening on the Inter Miami flagship, ESPN 106.3, the free ESPN South Florida app, and if you're using home radio on Apple TV, MLS Season Pass, as well as internationally on YouTube. Some pushing and shoving in the midfield after there were some shaky moments in the back from Nashville, and the ball is going to go out of play even with the midfield stripe near side, and a throw-in from Jordi Alba of Inter Miami. We are officially at 10 minutes on this first half clock. Noah Allen, he just gave the ball away. Here's Schaffelberg racing to the penalty D left foot, and he chunked it at the last moment, falling to the ground, and Rios Novo sprawling, able to bring it into his chest. That was almost a disaster class from Noah Allen. Meanwhile, Inter Miami pushes forward. Long ball, Suarez in the penalty D, and he couldn't quite get there as Willis ran up to the top border of the box, brought it into his chest, but the flag was up. It was an offside. Boy, Noah Allen is a lucky boy right now, because that could have been a disaster. Racing back for Inter Miami, both Busquets and Falcone, and at the last moment, I think Schaffelberg felt them a bit. But now more coming for Nashville. Left of the box, and what a great defensive play by Noah Allen of Inter Miami to dispossess Mukhtar, who had got behind the defense. This is not real strong right now from the back four of Inter Miami. Just surging by himself. Left box was Mukhtar, and Allen came in late to deliver the ball across the left end line. Nashville has its first corner of the night, far side to near side. They have got to tighten up this Inter Miami back line. Allen wanted a flag up as if it was offside, and nothing doing. Felipe Dujic, the referee, going to have to separate bodies in the 6-yard boxes. Rocco Rios Novo, Inter Miami blue-clad goalkeeper, tries to find some space to breathe and keep his vision from being impeded. Nashville a set-piece opportunity, 11:37 mark, first half 0-0 between these two sides in game one of the MLS Cup first round. Mukhtar in swinging right foot corner on the way. Boy, this is taking forever. And now here's the delivery. It is swung into the top of the 6-yard box. It was headed by Rodriguez, but it's still loose in the area. Now it's juggled, and Inter Miami finally able to concede a corner. No, the flag was up. There were body after body after body that were chasing that ball. Rodriguez got a head on it, but was unable to get it out of the box. Nashville was trying to box out, and finally the flag went up after Inter Miami thought they had conceded a corner. So, goal kick for Rocco Rios Novo. That was a really terrifying sequence over the last minute or so for Nashville, as they asked some major questions of Inter Miami. Maxi Falcone and Noah Allen a bit precarious in the back now, and finally Falcone is going to bail and send it into his own box. Right side, Rocco Rios Novo. Inter Miami, right to left, that's where they push the attack here in half number one. Inter Miami, 55 goals conceded in the MLS regular year. That tied for 19th in the league. Good ball from the midfield. Left box, Allende trying to get there. He was going to work around Zimmerman, but Willis had a beat on that ball, and he took it off the feet of his right center back, and Allende just a beat too slow to get there. An ambitious ball from Jordi Alba. The wind coming from the north affects Inter Miami more, going right to left in the attack. They are going into the teeth of this breeze. We have not seen a breeze like this really since the second home match against Charlotte, that afternoon contest on a Sunday, very early in the year back in March. There's a whip in from Nahar, and was looking for Mukhtar, who was making a vertical run, but it was hit well in front of Mukhtar, and a good catch, ankle level, by Rocco Rios Novo, about 8 yards in front of his goal. Now, Nashville is starting to slap on the press that they executed well in the first half Saturday and are out to that 2-1 victory, or 2-1 halftime lead, I should say, over Inter Miami. Inter Miami didn't have many answers, and Nashville, it's not as tight a press, but at the right moments, they're giving Inter Miami trouble. Inter Miami surges, left attacking third. Good ball, Alba from the near touchline. Rodriguez cuts back with the ball outside the upper left. Suarez back on to Alba. Alba wanted to feed the middle just outside the box for Lionel Messi, but couldn't get there. Inter Miami is going to win it back in their attacking half. Ian Frey, though, a bit heavy off his chest. Now it's pinballed around, and Nashville is going to win it with the left back, Dan Lovitz. Ian Frey's been a little bit shaky here at the onset for Inter Miami as we hit the quarter hour. Inter Miami 0, Nashville 0. And Nashville a bit sloppy with the ball. I'm not sure what they were trying to do there, as it's just rolled with very little urgency from the defensive half into the attacking half. Nobody made a run for it, and Maxi Falcone vacuumed it up, no problem. Inter Miami in the defensive half, they've spent a good portion of the opening half here. Midfield circle, DePaul, now near side, just shy of the midfield stripe. Allen unleashes a pass to Rodriguez, and now Inter Miami with Suarez middle channel, overstepped the ball, then tried to right foot hook a pass into the middle of the box. Allende was there, but it was not a very accurate pass, and Suarez, I think, threw his timing off with that odd half step he took before he delivered that pass. Looked a little bit off balance. Back and forth we go, end line to end line. And a dangerous pass from Nahar from the near touchline. Ended up finding his goalkeeper, Joe Willis, and this is some nifty dribbling from Nashville out of their own end. Jordi Alba able to intercept the long ball. Nashville's really relying on long balls here. And then a foul against Nashville in the Inter Miami defensive midfield, about halfway between the midfield O and the touchline. That was Baltasar Rodriguez who went face first into this well-manicured natural surface. Inter Miami restarts play. Not a whole lot of rain here in South Florida as of late. The sprinklers have been busy. And another foul against Nashville, this time in the attacking midfield of Inter Miami. And this time the man in pink hitting the ground was Sergio Busquets. Messi's going to restart play. Just outside the left of the midfield circle, and now he backs off, and he's going to let Busquets handle the duties. As we welcome you to the 17th minute, Inter Miami and Nashville, zeros on the score line. Game one of this round one MLS Cup playoff matchup. Busquets, defensive midfield O. And now Falcone in that same O, but on the right side. And now Inter Miami left attacking half. Baltasar Rodriguez right back to the defensive portion for Noah Allen. Inter Miami is having to be extremely patient. Not a lot of room to operate against this Nashville defense, and Busquets is going to have to settle for delivering the ball to his own penalty D for Rocco Rios Novo. So Sergio Busquets saunters his way halfway up the defensive midfield and promptly blasts the ball right to a Nashville midfielder. And now Nashville in its attacking half. Busquets did well to get a foot on the ball. Suarez is trying to press the ball that Nashville is looking to possess in their own defensive half. And on the far side, it's finally corralled by Lovitz of Nashville, and then he promptly gives it away to Paul. Pokes the ball onto Messi up the middle channel. Sprays it outside the upper right. This is whipped into the box. Messi, a header, goal! Oh, what a beautiful ball! The delivery was perfect from Luis Suarez. He hooks up with Messi. Messi has its 11th goal all time against Nashville in the 18th minute. Messi, a hat trick on Saturday, and he starts the scoring tonight. 1-0 Inter Miami, and the number 10 strikes again. I mean, Lionel Messi is a one-man Nashville wrecking crew. 11 goals, all competitions. Leagues Cup, U.S. Open Cup, CONCACAF Champions Cup, MLS play for Lionel Messi against the side from the Music City. It was a beautiful scooped ball from Rodrigo to Paul in the attacking midfield that sent Messi on the run. He was on the money with a pass outside the upper right to Suarez, who made an accurate cross on to Messi, who was 1v1 with the keeper from outside the 6-yard area, and he planted it. So Inter Miami on the board first here, and the clock reads 19 and a half minutes. So Nashville spent about 3 minutes of this first half threatening the Inter Miami goal. But all that patience we were discussing with Inter Miami playing out of the back, trying to find a way to leak through the Nashville defense, and finally they did find a way. Now Nashville with a long ball. Falcone was shielded off the ball, and Jordi Alba did well as a pass came to Schaffelberg outside the upper right to play it back to the goalkeeper Rios Novo, and he was able to blast it into the midfield. Nashville getting a little sloppy in the ball in the midfield, but able to control it was Acosta, the Honduran international. Now Nashville attacking midfield. Mukhtar coming up the right channel. His pass to two Inter Miami defenders, and the men in pink come out of there with it. Alba near side defensive half. That's a bad ball to the middle. It's won back by Nashville, but an even poorer touch by Nashville. And Allen controls it. Now Messi from the defensive midfield. He charges forward. Look at him creating distance. Messi left attacking third. Oh, Messi nutmeg the man. Messi penalty day and finally got dispossessed. And the ball rolls to Willis, the Nashville goalkeeper. Oh, Lionel Messi put on a show until about 20 yards out. But Inter Miami has it right back from right of the box. A blistering cross from Ian Frey looking for Luis Suarez, but Willis snagged it out of midair, ranging to his right. Oh, man. Patrick Yazbek was the poor soul that got nutmegged by Lionel Messi. But Nashville survived that. Just desperately throwing bodies back to try and impede the progress of Lionel Messi. He is 38 years old, and he outruns about 90% of the MLS player population. It is absolutely incredible. Nashville far side, just barely across the midfield stripe into the attacking half. Nashville trying to take its time. Yazbek is desperately calling for the ball on the near side, and now he directs traffic. He never ended up getting the ball. And now Palacios, the left center back, will oblige Yazbek, who's going to bring it into the right attacking half. Now Nahar along the near right touchline. Plays Mukhtar. Mukhtar tried to one-touch it to Schaffelberg, intercepted by Allen and Inter Miami in the right defensive half. Had a ball intended for Rodriguez. Swiped away, sliding tackle Nahar across the right touchline. Near touchline, I should say. And it's going to be an Inter Miami throw-in. Lionel Messi with an 18th-minute goal, a diving header. And it's 1-0 Inter Miami. Well, Messi usually does it with his left foot. It's become more rare these days. He can still get it done with that forehead. And that is exactly what happened on a beautiful, meaty delivery from Luis Suarez. Inter Miami's going to have another near touchline defensive half throw-in. Alba to Busquets. Back to Alba, short range. Swipe the ball to Alba, and that's beautiful as Suarez then came up, and he sends the ball near side to far side, and in stride, it's Ian Frey into the attacking half left side. Frey's going to hold up play, and now he's going to head far side to near side in the attacking midfield and briefly deliver it to Busquets, defensive midfield O. Wants to Paul. A little bit of an indecisive pass from Busquets off to his right to Paul, though able to hustle and win it now to Paul in the attacking midfield. Here's Allen just across the midfield stripe, and Alba is going to send it back to the defensive portion, deferring to Noah Allen, the Inter Miami homegrown product. Allende was looking to try and make a vertical run with a long ball from Busquets. Busquets waved him off, and now Busquets just to the defensive half of the midfield circle. Oh, chunked a ball, gave it away, indecisive. Schaffelberg, Noah Allen was there to swipe it away, but the job not done. Schaffelberg in the lower right box, wanted to deliver across, and then Noah Allen was there and kept it in play. But then, no, the ball's still in play along the end line. And finally, Inter Miami concedes a throw-in the near right corner. Luis Suarez poked it out of play. He's unhappy. I don't know how Noah Allen kept that ball in play on the cross from Schaffelberg. I don't know what Busquets was doing. It looked like he was in between. Does he maintain possession or pass the ball in the midfield circle? And Nashville pounced on it, got itself out on the counter. Noah Allen able to save the day. Long throw at Nahar to the right of the 6-yard box, headed straight up in the air, and Rios Noble calls off everybody and snags it, leaping up over his head for Inter Miami. Good poise from the 24-year-old Inter Miami goalkeeper. In that 9 straight unbeaten we mentioned that Inter Miami has enjoyed over Nashville, 7 victories, 2 draws in that span. Nashville tries to tell you that there was a 3rd draw, but they're counting the Leagues Cup final victory for Inter Miami as a draw in regulation. We will not be doing that. Maxi Falcone races in the left attacking half, push from behind, and the whistle blows, and it's a foul. Inter Miami in its own half. Sam Surridge, the guilty party. And Inter Miami restarts far side. Lionel Messi, what a cut to his right. And he's going to earn a throw-in for Inter Miami. Left attacking half, about 40 yards out. Frey throws it in Messi. Messi right of the box. Messi has it. Messi charges forward, lower right, and Messi is going to win a corner for Inter Miami. Oh no, it's going to be a goal kick. I thought that there was a touch on it from Walker Zimmerman, the U.S. men's national team man. Actually, Dan Levitz, I should say, left back. But Messi was the last to touch it. And Joe Willis restarts play, sends it to the left of his own box, and now Willis with the left foot sends it into the midfield. Maxi Falcone able to box away Surridge, and Inter Miami has it in the attacking half. Now Suarez. Suarez had it tackled away. Reinforcements coming, and it's stolen right back, and Messi is sent to the turf, and another free kick for Inter Miami. This from about 35 yards, even with the far right post. Inter Miami is just winning 50-50 balls all over this pitch. 1-0 Inter Miami, 26 and a half minutes on the clock. DePaul and Messi stand over it per usual. And I suspect it's going to be another 3-man wall here for Nashville, and that is exactly the case. It is going to be about 5 yards outside the upper right of the area. Suarez trying to find his positioning at the defensive line. Top of the box. Here's Messi. Scoops the ball to the far post, and nobody there. Messi is trying to figure out where the miscommunication was. He is looking Ian Frey's direction, who had switched off to the left-hand side. So Inter Miami, 2 free kicks. Direct, and nothing to show for it. Inter Miami, though, does have the advantage on the scoreline, 1-0. Inter Miami in the season, regular year, 199 shots on target. That was first in Major League Soccer. 195 for Nashville, tied for 5th. They will put shots up. Sam Surridge, Mukhtar, they are not shy. Mukhtar was 3rd in Major League Soccer in shots on target. Now Nashville trying to get out on the counter. Across the midfield, strike, outside right channel, right attacking 3rd. Nahar puts on the Jets and plays the ball off of Baltasar Rodriguez that rolls across the right end line near the corner, and it's going to be a corner kick for Nashville. Nashville 5th in Major League Soccer this season with 183 set pieces from the stick, from the flag. And who is going to come over and handle this? It looks like this is going to be Eddie Tagseth to do the duties with the left foot, near side to far side for Nashville, and it is. Tagseth, hand in the air, sends his left foot into it, swinging towards the 6-yard box, and that was a strong head away from Tadeo Allende, Lionel Messi trying to put some pressure on as the ball rolled into the midfield. And Baltasar Rodriguez came to help as well. Rodriguez, endless energy. And Nashville is going to settle in on the midfield stripe. Yazbek back to his defensive half. Andy Nahar, an all-star in 2025. Lovitz back heels it to himself on the far side. Left defensive portion for Nashville, and Willis comes up off his line to play it back to Nahar, and now Willis going to receive a return pass. And he'll launch a ball away left foot. This is a good ball over the top, but Inter Miami tracked it well. Maxi Falcone. Now here's Jordi Alba, who's going to take his time and deliver a ball about 30 yards into his own half for Allen. Allen threads the needle on 2 defenders to Busquets. Busquets short range pass. Suarez floats the ball near left touchline for Jordi Alba, and now he'll send it short range to Rodriguez, and Alba swipes it back to the midfield stripe for Busquets. On to Rodrigo de Paul. Oh, he floats a ball. Right box. Allende! And his shot was blocked down by Willis, who came up and slid at the feet of Allende 8 yards out and got his right hand on it. Allende tried to chip him. It was going to be on target, but Willis did have a good read on that ball. What a feed from Rodrigo de Paul. And then DePaul nearly forced a turnover, but Nashville coming with Stoppelberg. Heavy touch, Stoppelberg tried to nutmeg Allen, and Allen stole it right away. Now Jordi Alba along the near touchline defensive half. He comes forward, a heavy touch for him. It was blocked backwards, but it's going to roll right to Noah Allen, who doesn't have any sort of danger in front of him, and Inter Miami's going to take its time in the right defensive half. 1-0 Inter Miami, thanks to the 18th minute tally. Lionel Messi from Luis Suarez. And Inter Miami is going to concede a Nashville defensive half throw-in. A sliding ball from Suarez. A bit too high and a bit too wide for Baltasar Rodriguez. I do believe, and I'll have to double check, but I do think Rodrigo de Paul got a secondary assist on that goal. We'll have to double check here. Oh, Mukhtar got around Allen. Racing up the middle channel and sending a ball to Tagseth was Mukhtar on the outside left channel. He had it stolen momentarily. Mukhtar got it back, and he had that extinguished by Busquets. Now Inter Miami coming forward. Suarez, Frey. The outside channel, right touchline. Whistle blows. A quick restart. Inter Miami, and putting it off the side netting was Ian Frey. And it goes out of play. I'm not sure what happened there. Philippe Dujic blew his whistle. Inter Miami with a quick restart. Frey, all he had to do was put a shot on target. And he, from a hard angle, decided to try and shoot from there. He could have taken his time a bit more, and Frey mishit it. The referee never hesitated, allowed the quick restart. And Inter Miami may have just gaffed an opportunity there. And I just wonder, did Ian Frey think that play had been blown dead? Because suddenly he found himself all alone right box. The keeper, Joe Willis, the only man to beat. And it looked like Frey hesitated, not confident. Busquets won the ball in his defensive half off the goal kick from Joe Willis. And Inter Miami with some good sticky feet through some Nashville traffic will settle into its defensive midfield. Busquets on an Noah Allen. Now attacking half near touchline, Alba. Alba able to push a ball through to Suarez. Suarez played it back dangerously. Busquets able to tackle it away from Mukhtar. And Busquets a bit off the mark for Messi, about 35 yards out. Messi was probably going to be able to make a turn to his right and charge forward. Messi gives a thumbs up to Busquets, as if to say, I was the one who was a bit flat-footed there. We are well past the half-hour mark, 33-26 to be exact. 1-0, Inter Miami on top. Lionel Messi, the goal scorer. Who else? MLS regular season, and now in the postseason, 30 goals combined and 49 goal contributions. Noah Allen commits a foul in Nashville's defensive half as Mukhtar was tackled to the turf. Nashville was hoping for a quick throw-in, but all of a sudden, Luis Suarez stepped in and started grabbing at the ball. A little bit of gamesmanship from the veteran, the Uruguayan. And now Nashville in its defensive midfield. Inter Miami trying to continue its shape defensively. A back four tonight of Alba, Allen, Falcone, and Frey. Palacios for Nashville. Blasts a ball from about 20 yards in front of his own goal and absolutely missiled it up and over everybody. It takes 2 hops and is delivered across the right end line, right side of the pitch. The wind got behind that, and the wind is coming left to right or north to south if you're into more cardinal directions. This is radio, though, so I don't think those matter as much. Inter Miami, where they've spent a lot of time in this first half, their defensive portion, and in his own box, Rocco Rios Novo. 4th straight start. Busquets sends the ball to the midfield. One touch left foot, Messi. Messi was able to pluck that out of midair. He circles 3 defenders, lays it off to Busquets, who then swipes the ball with the left foot near left touch line, left attacking half Rodriguez. Short range pass Alba, and he'll defer just shy of the midfield strike for Noah Allen. Boy, Lionel Messi is just an acrobat with those feet. DePaul in the attacking midfield circle. Sends it back momentarily for Busquets. He'll swipe a ball, right foot. Alba kept it in play, leaping in front of the touchline with his head. And Inter Miami on the run again. Alba left of the box on a feed from Rodriguez. Alba sends it upper left. It's played through Messi, left foot. It was blocked away at the last moment. A beautiful decision from Suarez to allow it to roll on to Messi. The block came about 6 yards in front of the Nashville goal. Inter Miami back to work, though, about 35 yards out. Here's Alba. Alba had an attempted delivery, kneed away, but Inter Miami once again able to race onto the ball. Midfield strike, left of the midfield circle, Busquets. Now Alba had a pass deflected, wanted to try and scoop it left side of the area. And finally, Palacios wins it for Nashville. Palacios, bad ball into the midfield. Falcone easily stole that. Good turn, Busquets. Busquets being hounded by Schaffelberg, and now is going to leak a ball on to Allen, and Allen's going to play it back to Rios Novo, who's 30 yards out of his goal, and simply right puts it to Busquets. Now to Paul, and DePaul has Rios Novo come back about 20 yards outside his goal to get a play started. Rodriguez had the ball poked away, and here's Nashville. Oh, a sliding Busquets save before that ball could get to Surridge, who would have been in on Rios Novo. Busquets giving up his body and timed it perfectly. 37th minute, that's where we enter. 1-0 Inter Miami. This is game 1, round 1, MLS Cup playoffs. Attack, or make it defensive midfield, Busquets. A good job by Allende to keep the ball moving on a pass behind him. Messi sends a ball to the middle. It's dispersed onto Alba. Alba about 20 yards out. Oh, beautiful touch on a ball from Rodriguez. It didn't quite get through Palacios, though, with Alba making a run. And now Nashville with Schaffelberg. He'll put it off of Busquets about 10 yards in front of the midfield stripe in Nashville's defensive portion, and a near touchline throw-in. Javier Mascherano screaming and yelling and clapping his hands and directing traffic for his Inter Miami side. And Baltasar Rodriguez is all over the place in the defensive half, nearly caused a dangerous turnover, but Nashville is able to spray the ball near side to far side. Here's Tagseth. Tagseth had a pass denied by Ian Frey, went out of play far side, and a throw-in quickly for Nashville in their defensive half. Acosta makes a turn, heads to the midfield stripe, sends it off to Lovitz. Now back to Acosta, short-range passing. Now a high ball into the attacking area, handled easily by Alba. Now Baltasar Rodriguez tried to chop a ball down, got through 2 defenders, hit the turf, still won the ball, and then a foul in the box against Palacios of Nashville. Suarez was hit hard, and Palacios is going to receive a warning at the 38-45 mark. No card yet But that is the last warning for Jason Palacios. Previously at CD America in Colombia before coming to Nashville. Inter Miami, left side, midfield O. Attacking half. Right to left is the Inter Miami attack. Into the 39th minute. Inter Miami with the 1-0 lead. DePaul now on the right side of the midfield circle after Busquets restarted play. Busquets, one chop, two chop, finally put his foot into the ball to Noah Allen. Near left touchline, Alba. He was saying, where do I go, where do I go? And he sent it back to the defensive half, his safety valve, Noah Allen, who after an early issue in the back, a turnover that could have proven costly. He's been pretty solid, Noah Allen. Here's Rodrigo DePaul into the left attacking half. DePaul, oh, good ball. Near left touchline. Here's Alba. Alba about 30 yards out. Messi feeds Alba left of the box. Alba then had it poked away by Palacios. It went off of Alba's ankle and across the left end line for a goal kick. And out of frustration, Alba blasts the ball into the sponsor boards. And because they're a great partner of Inter Miami, I'll identify it was Florida Blue. Thank you for all they do for Inter Miami. And I promise I'm not personally being paid. Nashville, left defensive third, Palacios. Just outside the upper left of his box. Oh, he sent a dangerous ball to Willis. Willis had to sprint to his left in the 6-yard box to get on the end of that. Maxi Falcone forces a turnover. Left attacking third, Inter Miami. Right channel, DePaul. Now to the middle, Busquets. Middle channel, Messi. Messi. Now Suarez sends it backwards out of DePaul outside the upper right. DePaul floats the ball to the top of the 6-yard box from the right portion of the area. Wanted Rodriguez. It overshot him, but it's sent right back to DePaul, who's going to retrieve momentarily 30 yards out. DePaul now Busquets straight on 30 yards away. To the left wing. Here's Alba, and his attempt to send it to the box took a deflection. It's going to roll across the left end line. Inter Miami has been in control, and it is a corner near side to far side for Inter Miami, presented by Lotto Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Cronrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. So Inter Miami with 41-24 on the first half clock. We'll have Lionel Messi with a left foot outswinger. Rodriguez along the touchline if Messi opts to go short. Now Rodriguez departs, and it does look like Messi's going to deliver this into the box. Messi puts his left foot into it. To the back post. Falcone was streaking in. Now a right-footed missile from Suarez. Blocked back. And then he turned with a left foot. And Willis had to make a diving save on a windmill attempt from Suarez that was headed to the near post. And Willis had to make a phenomenal save. Look at Luis Suarez with the outstanding ability to keep his balance and nearly put it in the back of the net. And then Noah Allen commits a foul for Inter Miami in the defensive midfield. Oh, Luis Suarez. His foot-eye coordination, phenomenal. (1-0) Inter Miami. 42-27, 42-28, 42-29. Palacios in his own half for Nashville, playing right back tonight. Now Yazbek. Schaffelberg. Nahar. Just to about 2 yards to the attacking side of the midfield stripe near side. Yazbek taking his time, looking for an outlet for Nashville. Heads to the right of the midfield circle defensive half, and now Nahar make that Mukhtar will have it. Now Palacios. Nifty ball into the right attacking half for Nashville. Nashville trying to get something going. Palacios passes the ball into space. Defensive midfield Acosta. Now here comes into the right attacking half Nashville. Just shy of the attacking third. Far side is Lovitz. Picks out Acosta again, and Nashville has to retreat to the defensive half. Getting late here in this first half. 43-26, 43-27. Can't imagine we're going to have a ton of stoppage time. Nahar, near right touchline, about 40 yards from goal, and now Walker Zimmerman has it for Nashville, back in the left defensive portion. A quick retreat from Acosta. Now Zimmerman going to have to chase a ball into the middle of his defensive half. Mukhtar, good one-touch ball. Attacking half to defensive portion. Here's Palacios. Inter Miami can't be lulled to sleep here. Palacios. Now Nahar. And now a ball sent right box, Schaffelberg, and he's fouled by Noah Allen. Allen can't believe it. He's claiming the Schaffelberg dove, and it is going to be a free kick from about 2 yards outside the lower right box. Nahar with a good ball. Schaffelberg beat Allen to the ball, and Allen did hit the left leg of Schaffelberg, I believe. Yep, caught him on the top of the foot. So Allen might be upset, but it was the right call. So this could be the final good opportunity for either side here in the first half. And it's going to come just to the right of the area for Nashville. Rocco Rios Novo. He sets up his reinforcements defensively. You've got Allende and Suarez in front of his own goal. Hugging the near post is Rios Novo. Miami going to have to mark here. Mukhtar is with the ball tucked up against the right end line, going to send the free kick in. An unconventional place to take a free kick. Going to try and find a runner. Palacios camped out edge of the 6-yard box. He has good height. 1-0 Inter Miami, past 45 minutes. Mukhtar puts his left hand in the air, awaits the whistle. Mukhtar has the whistle. And now DePaul falls to the ground in the 6-yard box. As Palacios made contact with him, the referee's going to tell DePaul to stand up. We are heading towards the 46th minute. Only 1 minute of stoppage time. This will likely be the final kick of this first half. Mukhtar, again, about a yard outside the box. Right foot into it on the free kick, and it's headed away by Tadeo Allende. Job not done. It's headed back into the Inter Miami box, and now Inter Miami able to clear it away momentarily. Acosta gave it a swing with a right foot. It's still bouncing to the top of the area. Now Schaffelberg, he delivered a ball to the left box. Suraj swinging right-footed attempt, and it sailed about 10 yards into the seats behind the Rios Novo Inter Miami goal. And that, I believe, is the final whistle of the first half, and it is. Philippe Dujic says, I've seen enough, and Inter Miami will go into the training room with a 1-0 advantage over Nashville. You know who scored the goal. Lionel Messi in the 18th minute on an assist from Luis Suarez. And after 45 minutes of football at Chase Stadium in Game 1 of the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs, it is Inter Miami 1, Nashville 0. Mike Rizzo has your halftime show in the network studios in West Palm Beach when we return. This is Inter Miami football.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
During football season, keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today, kick off your game day comfort, and don't sweat the small stuff.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Tina, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hey, Colin, what's up?
How's the gym?
It's been great. I'm seeing results. My sports-certified Vitacost products have made a world of difference.
Oh, same. Isn't it great? Vitacost is basically the reason I've been able to keep up with Ironman training. Everything you need is in one place for my BCAAs, protein, and electrolytes. Best part, it's all clean and free of banned substances.
Go re-up on your supplements today. Visit Vitacost.com and use code ESPN20 for 20% off. Level up your game with Vitacost.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Sprays it outside the upper right. This is whipped into the box. Messi, a header, goal! Oh, what a beautiful ball! The delivery was perfect from Luis Suarez. He hooks up with Messi. Messi has its 11th goal all time against Nashville in the 18th minute. Messi, a hat trick on Saturday, and he starts the scoring tonight. 1-0, Inter Miami, and the number 10 strikes again.
Game 1 of the MLS first round playoffs between Inter Miami and Nashville. Going smoothly for our Herons so far. Welcome on into your Inter Miami halftime report on your Inter Miami radio network, ESPN 1063. Mike Rizzo back at the City Place Studios here in West Palm Beach. Inter Miami, so far, so good. Lionel Messi, I think, is going to start claiming ownership of the Nashville SC Football Club. Absolute Grim Reaper of the program of Nashville. Messi is a goal-scoring machine when it comes to scoring against Nashville. You saw that in the first half with that call by Ken Levica. Let's get you your halftime stats here at the midway point. Inter Miami winning the possession battle 54% comparatively to Nashville's 46. Expected goals, Inter Miami close to 1 with a .95. Nashville sitting at .31. Only one attempt on target for Nashville. 3 total shots for them, 1 on target. Inter Miami, on the other hand, 7 total shots, 3 on target, and 2 big chances. There have been 12 fouls within the fixture so far, 4 against the Herons, 8 against Nashville, and clearly Inter Miami, the more threatening team at the midway point. No player has picked up a card. There has not been a booking in the game, and Luis Suarez is getting credited with the assist on that goal to Lionel Messi in the 19th minute. So 1-0 your score at Chase Stadium. I mentioned this is the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs. 2 out of 3, folks. 2 out of 3. First team to win 2 out of 3 games will be the team who advances. Our Herons in good position right now, 1-0 at half, expecting more goals as well, as Inter Miami is a fortress at home. Lionel Messi led the way with home goals this season. He is not only the Golden Boot winner with 29 total on the season, 29 goals total, that is, on the season. He also led the MLS in home goals. This is the same Inter Miami team that beat Nashville last fixture 5-2. Inter Miami, if it does come down to a game 3, and I'm knocking on wood and putting all the good juju out there that Inter Miami wins this in 2. But if Inter Miami, if it does have to go to a third game against Nashville, they would have played Nashville 4 straight times. I mentioned Inter Miami playing Nashville the last game of the regular season and how things shook out on that MLS Cup table. Inter Miami would have to take on Nashville 4 times in a row. I personally don't think it's going to come to that. I think it's clear. After 3 halves of football versus Nashville, I think Inter Miami's the better side. Inter Miami won the season series as well in the regular season, 2-0. They beat them in South Florida a couple months back, and obviously I've been mentioning that game, the final game of the regular season this past Saturday, where Lionel Messi secured a hat trick. I want to take a look at the MLS Cup playoff knockout bracket because we had a couple of wild card fixtures that happened this past Wednesday. Portland defeating Real Salt Lake 3-1. Portland will be taking on the number 1 seed on the Western Conference side, San Diego. Let's move over to that Eastern Conference wild card matchup. It was Chicago against the dreaded Orlando City. Orlando City, who could have finished as high as 6th on decision day, found themselves as the last team in the MLS Cup playoffs. They did not even host that game against Chicago. Chicago is the 8 seed, Orlando the 9. Chicago boat raced them 3-1 in the game. The Fire, under Greg Berhalter, first-year coach in Chicago, former United States men's national team coach, really got that team playing some good football at the end of the year. Keep in mind, Chicago's a team that beat Inter Miami in our fortress, in our Death Star in Fort Lauderdale, 5-3 to secure their playoff spot. Philadelphia will be taking on Chicago. Philadelphia, the number 1 team overall within the MLS. They won the Supporter Shield, and obviously the number 1 team on that Eastern Conference table. Let's get into the other fixtures that are going to be coming up. Minnesota, start on the West, Minnesota and Seattle, LAFC and Austin, and then Vancouver and Dallas. We mentioned San Diego and Portland. Moving on to the Eastern Conference fixtures coming up, Charlotte and NYCFC, Cincinnati and Columbus, and we mentioned Philadelphia and Chicago, and obviously our Herons winning their first fixture tonight at halftime, 1-0. Lionel Messi with a goal. Ken Levicka, take it away.
Sprays it outside the upper right. This is whipped into the box. Messi, a header, goal! Oh, what a beautiful ball! The delivery was perfect from Luis Suarez. He hooks up with Messi. Messi has its 11th goal all time against Nashville in the 18th minute. Messi, a hat trick on Saturday, and he starts the scoring tonight. 1-0 Inter Miami, and the number 10 strikes again.
Job not done. Inter Miami still has to take care of business in that second half. BJ Callaway, a coach who certainly could be in the running for Coach of the Year within the MLS. He is one of the better first-year coaches that I've seen in a long time within the league. Now, Greg Berhalter will certainly have his name in the ring as well for Coach of the Year and exactly what happened. I think Coach Mascherano as well. But Coach B.J. Callahan, certainly a good coach. So I wouldn't sleep on some halftime adjustments by Nashville. As far for our Inter Miami Herons, I'm assuming Coach Mascherano is going to dig into that bench at some point to get some fresh legs out there. Before we send things back pitch side and take a time out here to Ken Levicka, I think you're going to see Yannick Bright. I think you could possibly even see Marcelo Weigant. Ian Frey, not necessarily, and I'm not saying he had a bad half, but Ian Frey not offering much as he usually does on that right side. My best guess, you're going to see Yannick Bright and Cello Weigant off of the bench. I don't necessarily see a center back coming off. I know Noah Allen had a couple of oopsies in that first half, but he ended with a pretty strong half and a pretty good match rating at the halfway point. 1-0 Inter Miami on top of Nashville. It is game 1 of the MLS Round 1 playoff bracket. And we got the second half right here on Inter Miami Radio Network. Ken LaVicka coming up next.
They served our country. Now it's our turn to serve them. On Friday, November 7th, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Palm Beach County hosts Veterans Build, a day of service improving and repairing homes for local veterans. You can make a difference. Donate, sponsor, or roll up your sleeves and help. Visit habitatgreaterpbc.org to learn more and to get involved. That's habitatgreaterpbc.org. Let's build for those who've served.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
Inter Miami 1, Nashville SC 0 as we are on the doorstep of the second half. The OG, Oscar Gonzalez, on-site engineer to my right. I am Ken LaVicka, Inter Miami in old pink, black lettering and numbering, Nashville with the yellow tops, blue lettering and numbering, and the deep blue shorts with the yellow trim and the yellow knee highs. There is the whistle from the referee, Filip Dujic, and the second half has begun. Inter Miami with the 18th minute goal from Lionel Messi. That is our difference in this game number 1 of round 1 of the MLS Cup playoffs. The debut for both teams in this postseason. This is the standalone game here tonight in Major League Soccer. Palacios for Nashville tried to bully his way into the left attacking half, and he was finally tackled down to the turf by Sergio Busquets. Foul called, and that's our first whistle of the half. 30 seconds in. Nashville going to go right to left in the attack here in the second 45. And Nashville, who has had some opportunities in the opening half, has tag Seth across the midfield stripe near left touchline. We'll play it back to Dan Lovitz. Walker Zimmerman, who featured for the U.S. men's national team in Qatar at the World Cup, as well as Paris in the Summer Olympics. And now Nashville surges into the left attacking half. Good ball up the right side. Nahar, but he was offside. He had to let it play through. And Noah Allen able to get to it, plays it into his own area. To the right of the 6-yard box, Rios Novo, and he promptly deposits it into the seats on the far side. So a quick throw in Nashville in the near right corner. Here's Nahar, low cross, and it went across the face of goal, and it squirts out the left side of the area. That was dangerous. Falcone just watched it roll right by him. And now Nashville in its attacking midfield. Zimmerman to Palacios outside the midfield circle. Palacios to the right of that O. Now far right touchline Nahar, who was very busy in the first half, will pick out Zimmerman back in Nashville's own half. Now Tagseth. Tagseth holds up about 35 yards from goal. And a quick right-footed scoop from Acosta, attacking half to defensive half. So Nashville's had all the possession here through the first 2 minutes of the second half. Yazbek lofts the ball over the top. Schoppelberg, right box. Schoppelberg wanted to try and put it on Rios Novo. And he meekly had it hit off an Inter Miami defender, but the flag was up. It's an offside for Nashville. Play was restarted a bit too quickly. Inter Miami, 23 second half goals this season, at least in the regular year. That's first in Major League Soccer. That at home. Inter Miami conceded 18 times in the second half at home. That tied for the worst mark in Major League Soccer. So Inter Miami hoping that it doesn't come to fruition. That could be an issue. Good ball from DePaul. Right of the box, right attacking third, but Allende was offside as he approached it. Inter Miami, if you want to count the regular season, now 19 halftime leads here in Fort Lauderdale. Or 12 halftime leads in Fort Lauderdale, I should say. 19 overall on the season. That is number one in Major League Soccer. A foul against Inter Miami. Today, Allende, Ian Frey, and Allende get into a pushing match, a shoving match with Eddie Tagseth in the Nashville midfield. Well, Tagseth said this week in front of assembled media, quote, "We will be ugly with Inter Miami. We will be ugly with Inter Miami." Well, Inter Miami was just ugly with him. Getting a bit physical with him, and he was trying to mix it up. Inter Miami wins the ball in its defensive third. Ian Frey had a pass block back. Now he turns towards the near touchline. And now we have a tangle. Bodies hitting the ground. And the referee comes flying over to separate Maxi Falcone of Inter Miami and Sam Surridge, the 24 goal man for Nashville. Those two were locked up by the arms. And then both were on the ground and both started swiping at one another. So things are getting a little bit testy here. Almost 5 minutes into the second half with Nashville trying to turn the urgency on. And Inter Miami looking to try and establish itself once again with this 1-0 lead. Rodrigo DePaul in the Inter Miami defensive third, left side of the pitch here in South Florida. It is a really, really beautiful night here in South Florida. Suarez, right attacking half. He got knocked to the ground right along the touchline far side. Acosta swept out his ankles from underneath him. Suarez looking at the referee. He got the call. He wants a card on Acosta. Suarez did get a toe right into the back right ankle. Suarez, he wanted more from that sequence. And Inter Miami's going to have a free kick from about 35 yards away, even with the left border of the box far side. Still conversations happening. DePaul and Messi are over with the referee, Filip Dujic. And we'll see who feeds this into the box or Inter Miami goes short. 51st minute. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 0. Messi backs off. DePaul stands to the left of the ball. Messi approaches, left foot into it. This is good pace in the middle of the box. Inter Miami's calling for a handball. Suarez was there. He thought that Nahar made contact with the ball, and then a foul against Baltasar Rodriguez of Inter Miami as Nashville is trying to push forward. Take a look at the replay from our broadcast position. I don't think it caught Nahar. Well, it caught his elbow, but his arm was tucked into his body. I don't think any VAR review would give Inter Miami a penalty. Good job by Baltasar Rodriguez in his defensive half to pull the ball away from a Nashville ball handler. Now Inter Miami plays it short range, just about 10 yards behind the midfield stripe to DePaul. He'll curl the ball far side and near side for Ian Frey, and Inter Miami sets up shop in its own portion. No substitutions at halftime for either side. And now Inter Miami, middle channel, right attacking half. DePaul. Suarez. Messi, penalty D. Messi had the ball taken off his feet. The ball was still loose momentarily. And then Maxi Falcone is called for a foul as Sturridge took a dive, trying to shield him off the ball. And now here is Nashville after a quick restart. Good job by Noah Allen to cut off Schaffelberg on the right wing about 30 yards from goal and concede a throw in far side. That Allen Schaffelberg consistent foot race has been quite the battle tonight. Noah Allen, the Inter Miami left center back. And Jacob Schaffelberg from the left wing. It's going to be Andy Nahar, a DC United homegrown, now at Nashville. This is his first year with Nashville SC to throw it in. Sends it high into the air, middle of the box. It took a hop, and then finally DePaul was able to swipe it away. On to Palacios of Nashville, and it remains in the Nashville attacking half. Nahar, far right touchline. Sends a short range Yazbek, and he's going to distribute it all the way back to the midfield stripe. Now a long ball up over the top. It's headed down. Here's Schaffelberg, wanted to try and play it through. Good reflexes, Noah Allen, and now Inter Miami trying to get on the corner. But we have a foul against Nashville. Schaffelberg hit the deck. Maxi Falcone is furious. Inter Miami is claiming a dive. And this is going to be a direct free kick for Nashville. About 30 yards away. Busquets came over. He got to the ball first. Schaffelberg just jumped his way into the feet of Sergio Busquets and then went down like he had his knee or his ankle axed. Boy, that is a little bit cheapy there for Jacob Schaffelberg. But Nashville is trying anything to grab itself some momentum, down 1-0 in the 54th minute. A card was shown to Sergio Busquets as well. That is really, really borderline. Not borderline card, but borderline foul against Busquets. So is Nashville going to try and put this on target? I mean, Busquets gets there first and swipes the ball away with a right foot. He has every right to that ball, and Schaffelberg then ran in the path of Busquets. So as we get into the 55th minute, and Inter Miami up 1-0, a direct free kick coming for Nashville. Is it going to be Mukhtar? Is it going to be Sam Surridge? There's a massive humanity at the upper right border of the area. There is pushing and shoving and jawing. Suarez getting into it with Surridge. Suarez in a testy conversation with Filip Dujic, the referee. Suarez still trying to plead the case of Sergio Busquets. Dujic is tired of hearing from Suarez and Surridge, and now Jordi Alba, who joins the disagreement parade. Dujic hasn't even used the magic spray on the turf yet. It is Mukhtar standing over it. And now Rodrigo DePaul goes down in the right box. And Surridge is shown a card. But so is DePaul. Dujic is trying to get control of this match. Surridge and DePaul are still grabbing at each other. Well, this has certainly become a bit of a rugby match here. This is playoff soccer in MLS. After all that, Nashville still has what you could probably argue not an earned free kick. Right around 30 yards away, Mukhtar is the lone Nashville player standing over it. Inter Miami trying to get its marking worked out at the border of the box. Mukhtar puts his right foot into it, floats it right box, and that's read well by Frey. He heads it outside the right portion of the area, and it is going to roll across the far touchline. Throw in for Nashville. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 0. 57th minute as both teams start to get reinforcements loose on both end lines. Long throw in into the middle of the area. A Nashville player went down, Palacios. It was put outside the top of the box, and then finally it was fed back into Inter Miami's area, and it is caught into the chest of Rocco Rios Novo. And now Palacios lays injured to the right of the penalty spot in the Nashville left attacking third. It's going to be Inter Miami possession. At this rate, we're going to have 27 minutes of stoppage time. B.J. Callahan, his first full year as manager of Nashville, looks towards his bench. Palacios is acting as if he has a cramp. Oh, yeah, he is. He is cramping in his right calf. He's getting stretched out, and then he had a violent reaction as that right calf tightened up on him again, and he calls for the icy hot that is being run out by the physios. Boy, he is in a lot of pain. You can see it on our monitor up here from our broadcast perch. He was going to try and get up, and all of a sudden, that calf locked up on him again. And if you have ever played sports, and that has happened to you, or even been sleeping into the middle of the night, you cramp up in your calf, you understand it does not feel good. It is almost debilitating. And you sort of just bite down on your pillow and wait for the pain to pass. I've been there. So we are, in all likelihood, going to get past the hour mark by the time that Palacios is treated for that cramp. And it looks like someone is up on the Nashville side, and I wonder if Palacios is going to be taken off in favor of Jack Mayer. Palacios is up. He's going to limp to the touch line. And is it going to be Jack Mayer, the second pick in the 2020 MLS Super Draft, to come on for him? Palacios puts his sock back up. No, not yet. No substitution yet. Palacios has designs of coming back in. But it looks like Mayer is going to be the first Nashville player to come on, though Mayer puts the penny back on with Palacios waiting on the touchline to re-enter. So a brief man advantage for Inter Miami, up 1-0, 59-42, 59-43. Second half, game one, round one, MLS Cup playoff. Inter Miami, right attacking third, albeit briefly, as Alba is going to send it all the way back to the midfield circle. And it's redistributed right foot, Maxi Falcone. On to Rodrigo de Paul. 40 yards from goal, right wing. Oh, nice ball to Allende outside the upper right. Allende, right box. Allende had it tackled away. He went to ground, but Allende could not navigate around two defenders who closed late. And then Surridge had the ball as he was racing towards the midfield stripe near side. Go off of Ian Frey, and it's going to be a throw-in for Nashville. That was another good ball from Rodrigo de Paul. He's had a couple of them tonight. But Allende, one touch too many. He's still not confident after his first touch, and that's shown right there. Throw in into the left attacking third. Maxi Falcone was pushed from behind by Mukhtar, trying to make a play on the ball, and Inter Miami is going to play out of the back. Yannick Bright, Fafa Pico, Matteo Silvetti, all up for Inter Miami. Inter Miami quickly into the Nashville half. And now it's played back to Baltasar Rodriguez. Midfield circle. Rodrigo de Paul. He'll spray to the near side, right side. On to Lionel Messi. Messi sends it right of the box. Ian Frey is on it. Frey, cross, floats into the middle, header, goal! In the top of the 6-yard box! Today, Allende was camped out, unmarked. A second for Inter Miami. Beautifully placed by Ian Frey, right out of the forehead of Tadeo Allende. And he's able to beat Willis to the far post. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0. 61st minute, second headed goal of this Friday for the men in pink. It was Lionel Messi who started it. Ian Frey continued it. Tadeo Allende finished it. 2 picture-perfect feeds in this match from right in the area. First it was Suarez to Messi. Now it's Frey to Allende. An extremely important second goal for Inter Miami. And Inter Miami did it up a man with Palacio still lurking on the touchline after his injury. Inter Miami takes advantage. Extremely savvy. And now Nashville is going to play with a ton of urgency. Nashville has had the majority of the possession in this second half, but it's Inter Miami who's able to strike. And a big reason why is that Inter Miami has been vastly superior in the midfield tonight, especially on the attacking end. And now Nashville trying to settle for long balls. Mukhtar just outside the Inter Miami penalty D could not haul in a ball from Lovitz, the left back, and Falcone simply heads it behind himself to Inter Miami goalkeeper Rocco Rios Novo, who has a huge pink streamer laying in the mouth of his goal. And as soon as Inter Miami comes forward, I would suspect that Rios Novo is going to do a bit of janitorial duty. But not yet, as Nashville has started to press. Rios Novo in his own 6-yard box. Sends it right up the middle to Busquets between 2 defenders. Busquets, a wonderful ball to the near right touchline, Maxi Falcone. Now to Paul. Midway point of the defensive portion. He gets struck down to the ground. DePaul is clutching at his right calf. I think it was Mukhtar who barreled into him. Yeah. Take a look at this again. We're taking a look at the goal actually on our monitor up here. Well, Rodrigo DePaul, again, it's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but DePaul was the player who leaked Messi free to deliver to Suarez, back to Messi for the first goal. It was DePaul who sent a ball to Messi near touchline, who then fed to Frey, who then delivered to the forehead of Allende for the second goal. So again, none of that shows up on the stat sheet, but Rodrigo DePaul has been extremely bright in the attack tonight. And he's a big reason why Inter Miami enjoys a 2-goal advantage, 65 minutes on the clock in the second half. Well, Nashville on the season, away from home, outscored opponents 6-2 from minutes 46 to 60. Inter Miami weathered that storm and then immediately hit for a goal of their own. DePaul has to spend some time on the touchline, so Inter Miami down a man until the ball can come back on. The fourth official allows him to come back in, and now we're at even strength. Nashville concedes a corner for Inter Miami. Good hustle on that far side for Baltasar Rodriguez, and Inter Miami defensive half about 7 yards from the midfield line. Will throw it in with the aforementioned Rodriguez. Quick touch from Busquets. Rodriguez then, amongst a lot of pressure, able to backheel it to Busquets. That was nifty from the youngster, but not a good ball from Tadeo Allende. Now the chase is on. Mukhtar trying to get into the box, throws himself to the ground. Inter Miami finally clears with Maxi Falcone as Mukhtar lay prone on the turf. But Nashville quickly from the midfield, and a foul is called on Lionel Messi as he clipped Yazbek from behind, 40 yards away. Yeah, Mukhtar was trying to sell to the official a penalty. It was never going to come. A trio of Inter Miami defenders were there, and I got to say, Mukhtar, 2022 MVP and Golden Boot winner, he's a better player than subjecting himself to that, or attempting that. So from distance, over 35 yards, straight on free kick, Nashville, Mukhtar. In the left Nashville attacking half. 66.5 minutes expired. The janitorial duty on that streamer I mentioned in front of Rios Novo's goal. Luis Suarez, being a good friend of Rios Novo, ends up scooping it up and distributing it back into the seats. And we await the Filip Dujic whistle, and there it is. Mukhtar, left hand in the air. Mukhtar sends a right-footed toe into it. It hits left box, and it bounces twice, and it's across the left end line. And it's out of play. Goal kick, Inter Miami, as Rocco Rios Novo in his baby blue goalkeeper get up tonight, claps his hands in congratulations for his defense. Well, now Nashville, and we talked about it in the first half, Nashville is into the attack, into the wind, which is out of the northeast at about 15 miles an hour. So sky balls are going to be effective. Lionel Messi in his own half, able to send the ball left to the midfield circle. Rodriguez now outside left channel. Jordi Alba for Inter Miami. Alba's going to send a sideways pass that's taken by Rodriguez. Now left wing Busquets. Toe poke, holds, rolls it back midfield stripe. Allen, he will swipe it into the midfield circle. And out to Paul with a nutmeg on tag set. Into the right attacking half. Here's Messi. Messi trying to get himself through two different defenders, and then a foul is called on Inter Miami as Nashville was trying to bully its way towards the defensive midfield. And we're going to have our first substitutions of the match, and both of them are going to be on the Nashville side. Off comes Brian Acosta for Nashville. Matthew Corcoran will appear. And Gaston Brugman is into the match. That is Acosta who gives way. So Acosta's night is done. And Yazbek's night is done. Nashville in its right defensive half. And now here's a long ball from the defensive portion. The chase is on. Corcoran left to the box. In the left attacking third. And flag was up. Corcoran was offside. Corcoran was previously with Birmingham Legion of the USL Championship. He has competed at the U20 level, U.S. Men's National Team youth level. Talasco Segovia, we welcome him to the match for Inter Miami. Baltasar Rodriguez, as always, an active, energetic night for Inter Miami. So Segovia, who scored the final goal for Inter Miami last Saturday at Nashville, will join the match. Segovia on the season, 8 goals, 6 assists in the regular season. This is his 32nd appearance of the year in MLS play. Inter Miami left to right in the attack. We are at 70 minutes gone. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0. Messi and Allende goals for Inter Miami. Ian Frey able to hold up play in his defensive half, get around Corcoran, and then Frey had a pass blocked away, but right to Busquets in Inter Miami, near right touchline, right attacking third. Messi wanted to attempt to thread a ball to Allende. That was a solid interception from Lovitz. And then some issues for Tagset. Inter Miami is pressing here. You just don't want to get hit on the counter. And then a handball should have been called against Surge. Inter Miami wins it, though. Outside the penalty D. Suarez. Alba tried to play it right at the penalty arc. Alba wanted Messi, but he didn't get there. It was too ambitious. And now Schaffelberg has to track down a ball in the attacking midfield of Nashville. He'll play it back to the midfield stripe. Wanted to find a Surridge run. Surridge has to retreat to the near left corner in the left attacking third. And now Nashville tries to develop the attack, down 2-0. Left channel. A right-footed ball sliced out of play by Gaston Brugman, who's just come on. That's not a good first touch for Brugman, the MVP of the 2024 MLS Cup for LA Galaxy. The now no longer defending champions. So Talasco Segovia, the young Venezuelan, comes in off the bench for Inter Miami. Inter Miami in its left defensive third. Noah Allen, who's had a strong match for the exception of one potentially disastrous moment early in the first half. He's been consistent tonight after that. Shook it off. Was extended by Inter Miami several weeks ago, and rightfully so. Defensive midfield, Inter Miami. Of course, the extension everybody was waiting for, Lionel Messi. That made official yesterday. Oh, good long ball. Alba, the race is on. Left of the box. Alba collects in the corner. Alba earns a throw-in in that corner as he put it off of Palacios of Nashville. But then the referee comes on and says Alba touched it last. Now, Lionel Messi, an extension through 2028. After what is assuredly going to be back-to-back MVPs. Oh, man. Some problems in the back from Zimmerman as he tried to swipe a ball, left box to right box, and Messi got a right foot on it, and then it went off of a Nashville player across the right end line for a goal kick. Zimmerman, the United States international, almost saw Messi take it right off his foot, waist level, and he would have certainly been 1v1 with Willis, the Nashville goalkeeper. Near side to far side, short throw in Messi, outside the upper right. DePaul to the middle, header just wide of the right post. Allende had a chance again with that big bulky forehead, just couldn't put it on the mark. Oh man, Rodrigo DePaul has been picking out teammate after teammate here tonight. Alex Muil will be the third Nashville substitution. As Schaffelberg, who asked some questions tonight, departs frustrated as he heads to the Nashville bunch. So Alex Muil in his 10th year in Major League Soccer. Former New York Red Bulls man. Foul in the midfield against Nashville. Ian Frey is down trying to stretch out his right leg. He's very limber, that Ian Frey. If I tried the same thing, reaching for my toes, I'd get it about to my knee. Not because I'm a large man. In fact, I'm quite quaint and petite, but I have no flexibility whatsoever. My hamstring's about to tear at any moment. Oh, Inter Miami, good 1-2 pass it in the attacking half. Segovia sends it short range to Messi. Back heel dribble, sprays the ball to the outside, far left touchline, and Alba had to track it down, could not, and it'll find its way across the touchline for a deep defensive third throw-in for Nashville. Inter Miami continues to press defensively as Alba interferes a ball to the left of the Nashville box and forces Nashville to have to throw it in. Far side, own half. Inter Miami wins the throw-in. DePaul, middle channel. DePaul keeps his footing. DePaul, upper left of the box. Messi retreats. Now Segovia middle channel. Just outside the right penalty D. DePaul plays it backwards. Now Messi in the middle channel. Busquets, good ball to the left flank. Allen. Now Alba. Alba whips in a ball. Oh, he's got Allende. Willis made contact with the ball. He fell to the ground, and then Suarez was following up and could not put it over Willis. And now there's an injury as the whistle blows outside the 6-yard area. Willis collided with his own teammate. Is that Lovett? I think it is. Yeah, oh boy. Willis slid right into Lovett as Suarez was charging at the ball, and Willis's head went right in to the rib cage of Lovett. Oh man, that was really dangerous. And I think that even though it was Willis's head, I think that Lovett's, the left back, got the worst of it. Matteo Silvetti is going to come on for Inter Miami. Tadeo Allende gives way to Matteo Silvetti. Tadeo Allende in his first MLS playoff appearance with a goal to make it 2-0 Inter Miami. That's where the scoreline sits here as we get into the 77th minute. Matteo Silvetti with a brilliant under-20 World Cup with Argentina. 3 goals in the tournament. Silvetti, the youngster, all of 19 years of age. He had a lot of momentum coming into the U20 World Cup because how he has displayed his abilities here through only a couple of matches in an Inter Miami shirt. This is only his 4th appearance for Inter Miami. But there's a reason he's seen time so early, because he has shown a special connection with the man from his hometown, Lionel Messi. Willis is up. There is a backup goalkeeper getting loose. For Nashville. Is Willis going to be able to stay in the match? That's the question. Willis is coming over and talking with the physios. Brian Schwacke, a native of Connecticut, is the backup keeper. Willis has been able to get the go-ahead to head back into the match, and he'll trot in front of his goal. After all that, the Lovitz and Willis collision for Nashville in front of their own goal. We have seen the clock tick to 79 minutes. 2-0 Inter Miami. I'll go ahead and just prepare you, for those of you listening, ESPN 106.3, ESPN South Florida app, as well as Apple TV, local radio, and YouTube. There is going to be an absolutely immense amount of stoppage time in the second half. We are getting close to 80 minutes gone. Telasco Segovia is fouled on the far side in his own half for Inter Miami. And Rocco Rios Novo, the young, spry Inter Miami goalkeeper, who was magnificent against Nashville, all things considered, last weekend. 4 saves in total, but it didn't begin to tell the story of how heroic he was. Will send a ball into the midfield. Touchdown by Messi. Takes a return pass from DePaul. Messi will send a retreating ball back to the midfield stripe for Frey. Now DePaul, Messi, DePaul dispossessed to the right of the midfield stripe. And now Nashville in its own half, going near side to far side is Mukhtar. Now to walk. Trying to find Mukhtar, who is headed towards that far touchline. Extinguished, no problem, by Noah Allen. How many times have we said that tonight? Bit of a mishit ball from Inter Miami, and it goes across the near touchline, conceding a Nashville throw-in near midfield. And we are into the 80th minute with a 2-0 Inter Miami lead. Tag set. Just barely in the Inter Miami half is Nashville. Now Palacios outside the right of the midfield circle. The second half substitution, Brugman. Far right touchline now, Nahar. Tagseth, the outside right channel. Now Tagseth receives a return pass, heads to the middle channel. Rolling ball, left wing. Lovitz feeds it right box, headed by Inter Miami. Now a chase on the lower right, and that's claimed by Nashville. Good hustle. Now a strong ball right box, heading to the end line. Good job by Inter Miami and Rodrigo DePaul to extinguish a potential cross by Brugman. Inter Miami clears to about 35 yards out. Job not done yet. Inter Miami, the 2-0 lead. Palacios going to have to retreat, and he is going to hit a well-paced ball all the way back to Willis, goalkeeper of Nashville, who's about 35 yards off his own line. We will allow stations to identify themselves at the next stoppage. It is just past 10 o'clock Eastern time here in South Florida. with Nashville on the ball on the near side, near the midfield. Inter Miami, a 2-0 lead. Nahar on the right wing. Takes a bouncing ball, settles it on his right foot. Nahar runs into two defenders, has to send it backwards, heavy touch. Inter Miami got a deflection on a pass, and Falcone's going to pop it high into the air in front of his own box. And now Segovia chests it down. Oh, a wonderful ball over his head into the attacking midfield, Suarez. Now Messi middle channel. Messi has options either side. Messi to the right box. Silvetti wanted to return it to Messi with a low cross. It's blocked out of play across the near right end line corner. Inter Miami. There's that Messi Silvetti 1-2. Oh man, it's exciting. Inter Miami corner brought to you by Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. And man, that pass from Segovia to send Inter Miami out on the counter had some sauce on it. My goodness. Messi in swinging corner on the way near side to far side. The legend, newly extended with Inter Miami, with his side up 2-0 in the 83rd minute, will handle the set piece. Messi, about 5 steps off the ball, puts his right arm in the air, and now here comes the corner. It is struck with his left foot. It's floating far post. It was loose for a moment. It hit off of a body there, and then from outside the upper left, Jordi Alba sent a ball 25 yards deep. It is rare you're going to get a ball that far up into the seats. Jordi Alba gives the fans a thrill. Lionel Messi, I think, was going for the Olympico again. We've seen him do that several times this year. It's his final conquest in 2025. Oh, Busquets in the attacking third. Right side of the pitch, Segovia lays it back, Alba. Alba surveys, wanted to find a cutter left box, and instead, great job by Nahar, desperately dribbling through traffic in front of his own box, fed it back to Willis, and Willis is going to give it right back to Inter Miami by a heavy touch. Tagseth won it back, and now Mukhtar has it for Nashville. Corcoran is going to race into the attacking half, tackled away by DePaul, but now Mukhtar back on the end of it, and Maxi Falcone poked it away on the follow Segovia, and he's going to feed it back to Rocco Rios Novo, lower left of his box, and that is Inter Miami really swarming to the ball well. It has been really tough for Nashville to have anything develop dangerously. And in the 84th minute, Inter Miami is up 2-0, and the fans appreciative ovation of the effort tonight for Inter Miami, looking to go up 1-0 in this best of 3. Rios Novo from his lower left-hand side, swiped the ball to the upper right in his box. And it was fed towards the Inter Miami defensive midfield. Bandied out of play by Nashville. And it'll be an Inter Miami throw in after more substitutions. Come on. Josh Bauer is coming in. Nahar comes off for Bauer. And then a second substitution on as well for this Nashville side as Inter Miami controls in its own half. Tate Schmidt is the second substitution. Oh, the ball played up the middle right, attacking third. Suarez couldn't quite get there at the last second. Zimmerman saved the day. And it is going to be did the ball go across the end line, or was it cleared away? I believe Inter Miami is going to have itself a throw-in the right attacking third. Nashville was pleading for a goal kick. They don't get the benefit of the doubt on that. And Inter Miami throws it about 35 yards away from goal. Here's DePaul. Now Messi on the right wing. Short pass to DePaul, and he'll push it back to Ian Frey. Inter Miami's going to retreat into its defensive half safely. Inter Miami just trying to see this through, as they should, up 2-0. Goals for Messi and Allende. Here's Messi, right attacking third, middle channel, to the right of the penalty D. Messi, he wanted to feed a ball through left foot. Suarez was lurking, and then Palacios fell down in his own area. Nashville couldn't clear. Segovia outside the upper left of the area. Segovia on his right foot, sheds one defender. Now to the middle, 25 yards away, Busquets. He had a pass blocked, and now on the counter is Nashville. And off his line was Rios Novo, but the attempt from the midfield, well wide of goal to the right-hand side, and the whistles are out. Mocking Corcoran, who wanted to give it a go, but it is really hard to do that when you've got the wind, as breezy as it is, coming right into your face, and that sprayed well wide. Lujan, Bright for Inter Miami. Those are the next substitutions. Lujan's going to send Ian Frey to the bench. And Yannick Bright. Rodrigo de Paul is going to rest up. So 2-0 Inter Miami, 88th minute. And we are about to learn our stoppage time, which is going to be significant, to say the least. Silvetti with a collision in the midfield on Zimmerman. Zimmerman went flying. And Inter Miami wins the ball in the midfield. Can they hit a third? Middle channel, right attacking third, just entering is Messi. Delivers the ball to the outside, right Silvetti. Step over once, twice. Oh, got by a man, right box. Silvetti went to ground. And the referee says no foul, and Nashville able to clear. Oh, that was silky smooth, though, from Matteo Silvetti. Twinkle toes like a ballet. That was beautiful. Could watch him do that all night. Nearly cleared himself for a shot. Oh, is he exciting. He is so exciting. Inter Miami in its own box. Maxi Falcone, right foot to the near touchline. Gonzalo Lujan, Inter Miami trying to traverse left to right. 89-30 on this clock. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0. Talasco Segovia fights off two defenders. Now Noah Allen for Inter Miami. And he gives away a ball poorly. Corcoran, left wing. Corcoran drags. Corcoran, a pass to the middle. A fight for it, and Maxi Falcone was able to end that opportunity. It was bouncing precariously near the penalty spot as Wheel was tracking it. We have 11 minutes of stoppage time. I told you, had a feeling double digits was coming. 11 minutes of stoppage time, so the job not done for Inter Miami. You have got to stay poised here. Tag Seth is fouled along the near left touchline as he got left of the box. That's ticky-tack as Tag Seth threw himself to the ground. Silvetti is called for the foul.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo
From the near left touchline,
today to DQ Grill and Chill.
It'll be
convenient locations.
Mukhtar to deliver this free kick. For those of you listening on ESPN 106.3 and the ESPN South Florida app, as the free kick is sent into the left box. Inter Miami able to clear with Silvetti. For everybody listening on terrestrial radio and the app, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We just had a power outage up here at our broadcast position. Quickly rectified, but wanted to explain what the pause was in our broadcast. So we're back quickly. 91-30. This is the first 90 seconds of 11 minutes of stoppage time. Inter Miami trying to see through the victory and go up 1-0 in this best of 3 first round MLS Cup playoffs. Brugman Sent a whipping ball to the left box where Falcone handled it. Good. Behind his head ball from Busquets. Inter Miami trying to hit on the counter. Messi near right touchline. Couldn't get around Palacios in his big body. And then coming up with Silvetti, and he slid it off of a Nashville player about 35 yards from the Nashville goal. And he earns a throw-in for Inter Miami. Good job by Silvetti to keep possession alive. Tate Schmidt was the last man, the substituted left back, to touch it for Nashville. And Inter Miami in its defensive midfield. If you're just joining us, Inter Miami got its first goal of the night in the 18th minute. Lionel Messi on a pass, or a sequence I should say, started by DePaul. Then Messi found Suarez right of the box, and Suarez with a wonderful cross to an unmarked Messi who headed it home. Then in the 62nd minute, Inter Miami got its second goal. DePaul found Messi on the right flank. Messi sent it to the right of the box for Frey, and Frey was able to deliver to an unmarked Tadeo Allende for the goal with his head. Jordi Alba just got hit in the mouth on the far side, and he is grabbing at his lip area. Yep, he took a backhanded wrist from Josh Bauer, unintentional. Bauer was trying to get a feel for where Elba was, trying to fight for position for that ball. Alba still sitting. I'm sure Alba feeling some pain, but he also wants to take as much time off the clock as he can. And now Alba's going to handle the free kick from the attacking midfield, between the midfield O and that far touchline. Sergio Busquets has moved into a left center back position here for Inter Miami, with the entrance of Yannick Bright into the match. Maxi Falcone just to the right of his own box, able to pick out Lujan. Lujan now Bright. Bright on the move. And he had a ball poked away from him by Mukhtar before he could feed it to Silvetti, who was making a run. But then a horribly chunked ball by Tate Schmidt, who wanted to whip it with a left foot from 30 yards away near side, in all likelihood to the right wing. And he's sort of like in golf, just chunked it like an iron, like a wedge, and it rolled right to Rios Novo. Silvetti is chopped down from behind by Tagseth. Now, Tagseth was all talk this week. We will be ugly with them, referring to Inter Miami. But it's been Inter Miami that's been the more physical club. It's been Inter Miami that's been the quicker club. Inter Miami's been the more assertive club here tonight. And a free kick from the defensive half, simply just chopped 3 hops into the attacking half for Segovia. Nobody moves at all for Nashville. And now Inter Miami's comfortably going to play back into the defensive half. Here's Lujan now. Across the midfield stripe, right side, near side. Silvetti, what a ball from the near side into the middle channel. Suarez to the upper left. Right attacking third. Alba, left foot cross. Willis dove for it. It's loose, and it fell right to the feet of Messi in the 6-yard box. And Messi has his brace. Catastrophe in the back for Nashville. And Messi simply has to toe it into the middle of the net. That'll do it. Inter Miami is going to go up 1-0 in the first round. 2 goals for Lionel Messi here on this Friday night in South Florida. And why wouldn't he? The brace man. He had his hat trick for 2025, and he's back to his more comfortable 2 goals in a match. Willis dove for it in front of his goal. Couldn't bring it in. And then there was a collision between Willis and Zimmerman, and Messi was just hanging out, and with a left foot, put it into the middle of the goal. And a smile on his face as he looked to Luis Suarez as if to say, all right, I'll take it. A poacher's goal for Lionel Messi. Doesn't happen often. Sort of a Cristiano Ronaldo-esque goal, where you just sit in front of goal and hope. Not that I'm biased or anything. So Nashville down 3-0. Inter Miami trying to see through a very, very strong, for the most part, defensive performance. Left wing, 40 yards out, Nashville. Left attacking third. Corcoran plays through Surridge, and Rios Novo made a save just outside the 6-yard box, upper left of that area. And the flag was up anyway. It was an offside. Rios Novo has not been tested much tonight. He was just hoping to get on some of the action. Yeah, Surridge was offside by a head. So we have a little over 3 minutes left of stoppage time. 3-0 Inter Miami and looking for more. Alba with a pass from the defensive half. Grabs it left of the box. The flag stays down, and Alba will win a corner for Inter Miami off of Palacios across that end line. Far side and near side. All Inter Miami corners brought to you by Letter Rider Smith ID and Fronrath. Visit foryourrights.com. And the corner will be delivered to the left wing. Segovia. Now Alba, left of the box. Oh, that's a good cross. Silvetti nearly got on the end of it, point blank. The timing just off, and it was punched away by Willis. Now Nashville lurches forward. Corcoran in his own half. Right to left goes Nashville. 98.5 minutes. As Yannick Bright does well to tackle Corcoran off the ball near touchline. Throw in defensive portion for the visitors from the Music City. Game 2 is going to be this coming Saturday, 7:30 from Nashville. I'll have it for you on the Inter Miami Radio Network. Normal cast of characters, myself, Oscar Gonzalez, onside engineer, Mike Rizzo. From outside the box, an ambitious header from Schmidt, just trying to get anything on target on Racco Rios Novo, and he simply just sends a slow little dribbler on Rios Novo, who scoops it up. As we close in on 100 minutes, we'll have to play to 101st for the final whistle. 3-0 Inter Miami, 2 Messi goals. Now Mukhtar for Nashville after the ball pinballed in the midfield. Tags F, middle channel, 35 yards away. Sends a Corcoran left wing. Corcoran lofts the balls. And a Surridge with a header from the middle of the box. It went off the crossbar. Oh, Surridge almost had the goal. Now there's a massive humanity and a foul called against Inter Miami as Surridge was taken down just outside the penalty D. Oh, Surridge almost pulled one back for Nashville late on. Falcone and Allen unmarked, or allowed Surridge to come in unmarked. That was a wonderful delivery. Surridge skied, but put it off the woodwork, and that's the type of night it's been for Nashville. Direct free kick from a very dangerous area for Nashville. Inter Miami desperately trying to hang on to a clean sheet. Only 6 in the regular year, tied for 11th least in Major League Soccer. 3 at home, tied for 11th fewest in Major League Soccer. That would be a big pick-me-up for Inter Miami if they could somehow see through a Nashville goose egg. 134, 135 of what needs to be 101 minutes before we can wrap it up. More pushing and shoving. Inter Miami has a 3-man wall. And then some reinforcements. Mukhtar from 20 yards, just outside the penalty D. This is straight on, right foot, and he scores, upper left. A free kick goal for Mukhtar. Got it by Rios Novo. And I shouldn't have said anything. The clean sheet is gone, and it's 3-1 Inter Miami. It's not going to matter, but it is a bit of a letdown for Inter Miami. Mukhtar placed it perfectly. It went off of Rios Novo. He got a hand on it, but couldn't keep it out of goal. And there's the final whistle. That was the final kick. Inter Miami triumphant on this Friday night in South Florida. Game 1 to the men in pink. Lionel Messi, 2 goals. Tadeo Allende with a goal. And Inter Miami, in this best of three, strikes first. Inter Miami 3, Nashville SC 1. The man of the match is going to be Lionel Messi. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Luis Suarez had an assist tonight. Ian Frey with an assist tonight as well. We'll see if Jordi Alba gets an assist on the ball that he sent with great pace in front of goal late in stoppage time that leaked through Willis and Zimmerman and was simply shuffled home by Lionel Messi. But much like last season, first round against Atlanta, Inter Miami won the first game, but then dropped the final two, including losing a lead in the second half to Atlanta and coming home and being upset. Inter Miami is going to try and change the trajectory of what happened in the MLS Cup playoffs a year ago. So Inter Miami can't grab the clean sheet, but Inter Miami grabs the victory, and a pretty convincing one at that. Mike Rizzo is going to have all of your highlights. He's going to have all of your game stats, and he is going to preview what's coming up tomorrow. Full slate of round one MLS Cup playoff action. So for the OG on-site engineer, Oscar Gonzalez, I'm Ken Levica. Your final score for a final time in game one of the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 3, Nashville SC 1. Mike Rizzo's postgame. When we return, this is Inter Miami football.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Miami Heat. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Miami Heat. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
This Halloween, the scariest thing on your team shouldn't be your books. Don't be scared. Jay Zolo and Associates is here to exercise your bookkeeping nightmares. With QuickBooks Online and expert care, let Jay Zolo bring your books from RIP to MVP. Let the only skeletons you deal with be the ones in costumes. Visit jzolo.com today. That's JZOLLO.com.
You lather, rinse, moisturize, and repeat. At this point, you're practically training for the Shower Olympics. But here's the twist. It's not your shampoo's fault, it's your water. Hard water leaves a mineral residue that clogs your pores and dries out your hair. Culligan water softeners remove damaging minerals, revitalizing brittle hair and dry skin. Upgrade your shower system today for only $79 a month. Visit Culligan.com for more information or just say,
Hey, Culligan man!
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake. A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami Postgame Show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Stove board, it's loose, and it fell right to the feet of Messi in the 6-yard box, and Messi has his brace. Catastrophe in the back for Nashville, and Messi simply has to toe it into the middle of the net. That'll do it. Inter Miami is going to go up 1-0 in the first round. 2 goals for Lionel Messi here on this Friday night in South Florida, and why wouldn't he?
Final score of Game 1. Round 1, Inter Miami versus Nashville, 3-1. Lionel Messi with a big-time brace in the game. The brace man. Messi getting in the back of the net 2 different times. Tadio Allende scoring the lone other goal outside of Lionel Messi's 2. And Inter Miami victorious in the match, 3-1. Next up, Inter Miami going to be on the road at Nashville coming up this next Saturday. Ken Levicka and the OG on-site producer Oscar Gonzalez will be live at Geodis Park with action of Game 2. But let's focus on tonight. Inter Miami with a big win to open up the MLS playoffs. This was the first game of the first round. The next other first-round games will all be played tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we will repeat going into the next weekend. So MLS playoff action is here. Inter Miami starting things off strong with the 3-1 win. Let's go into your match facts and stats. Inter Miami winning the possession battle tonight, 55% to 45%. The Herons also won the expected goal category, 2.34 compared to Nashville's 0.67. Mukhtar scoring the lone goal for Nashville in extra time, the former MLS Player of the Year back in 2022. Inter Miami, 12 total shots, 6 on target, 5 big chances. They missed 2 of their big chances. Could have gotten more goals in the back of the net for Nashville. 6 total shots, 2 on target, 2 big chances, and 2 missed chances. Let's listen to Lionel Messi's first goal in the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken Levicka. Messi opening up the scoring in the 19th minute.
Sprays it outside the upper right. This is whipped into the box. Messi, a header, goal! Oh, what a beautiful ball! The delivery was perfect from Luis Suarez. He hooks up with Messi. Messi has its 11th goal all time against Nashville in the 18th minute. Messi, a hat trick on Saturday, and he starts the scoring tonight. 1-0 Inter Miami, and the number 10 strikes again.
Messi, that was his, at the time, that was his 9th goal. His 11th goal in 5 games. Messi's been absolute dominant in MLS play as of late and in perfect form for the playoffs. Let's listen to the Herons go up 2-0, and this one is courtesy of Tadio Allende. You just heard that header goal by Messi in the 19th. Well, Allende, same thing, 62nd minute.
Messi sends it wide of the box. Ian Frey is on it. Frey, cross, floods into the middle, header goal! At the top of the 6-yard box!
Today, Allende was camped out, unmarked, a second for Inter Miami. Beautifully placed by Ian Frey, right out of the forehead of Tadeo Allende, and he's able to beat Willis to the far post. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0, 61st minute, second headed goal of this Friday for the men in pink.
So 2 header goals to start the scoring off. I understand the Messi one was the 19th minute, and then Allende in the 67th. Pretty, distant out with the goal scorers, and specifically with the header goals. You heard this as we came into the segment, but here's the final goal for Inter Miami. Lionel Messi getting his brace in 90 plus extra time.
Left foot cross, Willis dove for it, it's loose, and it fell right to the feet of Messi in the 6-yard box, and Messi has his brace. Catastrophe in the back for Nashville, and Messi simply has to toe it into the middle of the net. That'll do it. Inter Miami is going to go up 1-0 in the first round. 2 goals for Lionel Messi here on this Friday night in South Florida, and why wouldn't he?
Messi received his Golden Boot Award, which goes to the leading goal scorer after the regular season within the MLS. Lionel Messi, 29 goals this season in MLS play. That was the most in the league, receiving his Golden Boot before the game. Final score, 3-1, Inter Miami beating Nashville. When we return, we will look ahead. We'll talk about the upcoming playoff fixtures that are coming up these next couple of days, and I'll exactly explain how I think Inter Miami can win that next game in Nashville and make it all the way to the MLS Cup right here on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
They served our country. Now it's our turn to serve them. On Friday, November 7th, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Palm Beach County hosts Veterans Build, a day of service improving and repairing homes for local veterans. You can make a difference. Donate, sponsor, or roll up your sleeves and help. Visit HabitatGreaterPBC.org to learn more and to get involved. That's HabitatGreaterPBC.org. Let's build for those who've served.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
During football season, keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today, kick off your game day comfort, and don't sweat the small stuff.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Miami Heat. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Football season is here, and the ultimate game day headquarters is Twin Peaks. Whether it's college Saturdays or NFL Sundays, catch every kickoff, every touchdown, every Hail Mary right here at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. From scratch-made favorites to ice-cold 29-degree draft beers, Twin Peaks is delivering all the winning plays. Looking for a stronger lineup? No one does game day like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, come for the game, stay for the experience.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami Postgame Show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
The upper right. This is whipped into the box. Messi, a header, goal! Oh, what a beautiful ball! The delivery was perfect from Luis Suarez. He hooks up with Messi. Messi has its 11th goal all time against Nashville in the 18th minute. Messi, a hat trick on Saturday, and he starts the scoring tonight.
Messi with a brace tonight. Inter Miami winners 3-1 in Chase Stadium, at Chase Stadium in South Florida. Ironically enough, the other two the playoff games or the wild card rounds, folks, those games were 3-1 as well. Portland and Salt Lake ended 3-1. Chicago and Orlando ended 3-1. Inter Miami and Nashville ended 3-1. So the three playoff games that have happened so far, all ending 3-1. But welcome on back to our final segment of the Inter Miami postgame show. The next time we will be talking to you, fine folks, is going to be 7 o'clock next Saturday. 7 o'clock next Saturday as Inter Miami will face off in Game 2 against Nashville at Geodis Park. But you got plenty of action within the MLS coming up this weekend. October 26th, you got San Diego and Portland. Let's go through the 26th fixtures. You got San Diego and Portland, Philadelphia and Chicago, and then Vancouver and Dallas. So those are the fixtures coming up this weekend. Next on October 27th, you got Cincinnati versus Columbus, and then Minnesota against Seattle. And then on Monday, Charlotte and NYCFC. Tuesday, LAFC and Austin. So the first round, or rather the game ones will be ending after Tuesday, the 10:30 nightcap of LAFC and Austin. No MLS action coming up tomorrow. As I mentioned, the next games, Sunday, San Diego and Portland, Philadelphia and Chicago, Vancouver and Dallas. Then on the 27th, on Monday, you got Minnesota and Seattle, Cincinnati and Columbus. And then to wrap things up, Charlotte and NYCFC and LAFC and Dallas. So we'll keep an eye on the MLS Cup playoff knockout round. But our Inter Miami Herons putting a good foot forward with our guy, Lionel Messi. We'll catch up with you guys coming up on Saturday. This has been the Inter Miami Postgame Show on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
We now return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on ESPN 106.3.